Hey everyone, it's Declan here from the Central YMCA. Happy sunny Sunday. It looks lovely out there. So today's session, I've been asked to do some floor-based core work to strengthen abdominals, to strengthen the spine. I'm conscious that not everyone is comfortable getting down onto the floor. So remember, there are options on the channel for standing core strengthening exercises that you can do. So go to the playlist section when you go to the main Central YMCA page, and it'll take you to some chair-based options that you can do, as well as some strength training sessions where we kind of remain standing. But for those who are comfortable getting down to the floor, this is really for you. So for this session, essentially what you need is, have a chair close by. You can see one there just in the corner. So if you are a little bit anxious about getting back up, you've got that sort of as a backup. Also, just a towel would be good. So maybe just a reasonably big towel that you can roll up into a nice kind of almost like a rope. Have that close by. And the other thing I'm going to suggest as well is that you grab yourself a book, or if you have a block, a yoga block at home, that's great as well. But a book sort of that thick is always good, hardcover obviously, or soft cover if it's a reasonably sturdy one. Make sure you've got a pillow and a blanket or something on the floor so you can be comfortable when you do this. All right, so when you work your core, you're essentially working the abdominal area and the obliques that run through the side, but also your spine, okay? And other muscle groups will kick in here, your glutes, the buttocks. So just focus on those areas as we do them. Remember, your breathing is important. I will remind you of that. So we're going to start off just by doing a little bit of a warm-up for the spine, okay? So we're going to come to our blanket, and you can just move anything out the way. I meant to say as well, make sure you've got some water close by in case you need water. So double check you've got all that. Okay, so you can see me in the camera. So what I want you to think about now is to have your palms in line with your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. Now you find your neutral spine here, which is the natural curve of the spine, basically. Start to think about drawing the belly button in towards the spine so you feel like you've got a belt wrapped around your waistline, all the way around, or like a corset. I'm going to lose my glasses there. And we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up exercise first, just for the spine, for the abdominal. So we're going to find a neutral spine in a box position. And from here, what you can start to think about is if this is hurting your wrists, you can also make a fist like that, or just get an extra bit of padding, maybe an extra towel or something to put down across you so that you've got some extra padding for your wrists. Otherwise, spread your fingers out. Look forward, navel to spine. Okay, relax your shoulders. We're going to do the cat-cow stretch. So for now, just allow the stomach to sink down. Look forward, soften the shoulders. From here, we're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to start to round out pelvis, our lower back. Then we're going to move into the mid-back. We're going to start pushing into the arms. We're going to drop the head and neck. You're going to inhale to stay. And we're going to exhale, slowly release, look forward. And again, we're going to inhale, exhale, tailbone round, mid-back, upper back. Drop your head and neck, look towards the navel, inhale, stay, exhale, and slowly release back out. Two more, please. Inhale, exhale, round. So really think of an angry cat arching up as if they're about to pounce. Inhale, stay, exhale, slowly release. One more, inhale, exhale, round that spine up, arching up, dropping the head and neck, inhale, stay, exhale, and release. From here, just kind of rock your hips side to side a little bit, maybe do some circular movements with the hips, just loosening everything up, consciously letting everything go now, breathing into it, and then releasing. Okay, from here, we're going to look forward, we're going to rock the hips back, and then we're going to gently come forward. So we're just getting a little bit of movement through our glutes through our spine, just a few times forward and back, loosening up your knee joints as well. Exhaling, inhaling as we come forward. Exhale, breathing out. Inhale, one more, and then release. Good. Okay, now from here, we're going to do reciprocal reach to work our lower back. So we're going to start off by simply lifting right arm forward, lower, and then left arm forward, you lower. So just a few times here, fingers long and strong, palms face down. Now this might be enough for you today, so you can always remain and just do this a few times. Option 2, we're going to extend right leg, come back in, left leg, come back in. So just do that a few times, just the legs extending now. Okay, and this is your other option. You can just do the legs. As you extend the legs, squeeze your glutes, your buttocks, release. One more time, and then release. Okay, now from here, I just want you to give your wrists a little bit of a shake out. You might feel a little bit stiff. Move your fingers, shake them out. Make sure that you've got some space behind you as well. We're going to just repeat that now. We're going to make it a little bit harder. So re-engage the abdominals, navel to spine. And we're going to extend right arm, and then we're going to extend left leg. So you can see how the leg is extending out. We're going to come back in. Then it's going to be left arm, right leg, extending back. Make sure the toes are pointing. Come back in. So just do this a few times for me. It's a really good one for working your core, working your glutes, working the shoulders. Keep looking forward. Take your time with it. Remember your options. You can just do the arm movement or just do the leg movement if you need to, and then build up to doing opposite arm, opposite leg, and then release. Have a little break. Shake it out. Okay. The next core we're going to do is the plank. All right. Now for that, you need to make sure that you've got enough space in front of you and behind you. I'm going to make sure I've got nothing in the way because I want you to have a look at my shoulder position and my spine. So think of a plank of wood. It's usually in a nice straight line, and that's how you want your body to be. So use the pillow now as a bit of cushioning for the forearms. Okay, so we're going to come onto here and we're going to interlock our fingers. I'm going to give you options for the plank. So take the legs back, interlock your fingers. All right, now what I want you to do here is start to shift your body weight forward. So the shoulders are almost in line with the elbows. Now, as soon as you start to feel your tummy muscles shaking, that's enough. You're there. All right, look forward. Hold that, breathe for about 10 seconds. And then you're just going to gently release. Come back up, have a little break, shake it out. Shoulder roll if you need to a little bit. Loosen up the shoulders. We're going to repeat that with the knees on the floor. That is the plank, stage 1. And if you're feeling a little bit shaky, you keep practicing stage 1 for as long as you need to. Remember, you should not be feeling anything in your spine. All right? If you're feeling it in your spine, think about whether or not your hips have dropped. So what I mean by that is we're going to come forward again. We're going to interlock our fingers, forearms, elbows resting. Bottom is back at the moment. We're going to slowly start to lean forward, draw the belly button in. I can feel that in my core. What sometimes happens is people sort of sink the hips down. You can see how I'm kind of arching. You need to keep the spine in a straight line, and this needs to just be working the abdominal area, and breathe. So the shoulders are almost in line with your elbows, yeah? And then we're going to slowly come back out of it and just release. Good, all right. That is the plank, stage 1. We're going to move on to stage 2 now. Shake your wrists out, Shoulder roll out. You can always pause the video if you need to. Okay, this is slightly more advanced now. So if you feel strong in the core, give this a go, but make sure that you are not feeling it in your lower back, all right? Watch me first and then do it if you need to. You come forward, okay, you interlock your fingers, take the knees back, all right? Now you start to shift your body weight forward as before, except now you're going to curl your toes under, all right? Feet should be about hip width apart. And now you're going to lift the knees off the floor in a plank position. Body in a straight line, tummy muscles sucked in, squeeze your buttocks, hold, soften your knees down, walk yourself back and have a little break. Okay, because that can be quite intense. So you don't hold it for about more than 8 to 10 seconds, and you can repeat it maybe 2 or 3 times depending on how you're feeling, all right? So we're going to repeat that again. We're going to walk forward, placing the forearms down, interlock your fingers, body weight shifts forward, toes curl under, make any adjustments you need to. Now look forward, concentrate, navel to spine, core muscles sucked in, lift the knees off the floor, hold, breathe. Count in your head, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, walk yourself back out. Okay, so that was your basic plank. Knees on the floor, option 1. Knees off the floor, option 2. I'm going to show you the incorrect way to do that, all right? So if you are going to lift your knees off the floor and you're thinking, I'm not feeling this in my abs, I'm feeling this in my lower back, this is what may be happening. This is how you don't do it, okay? We walk forward, bring yourself forward, shoulders almost just in line with the elbows, or a couple of inches forward, body weight shifts forward, toes curl under. Now what people do is they lift up, hold, and then they sink down. You can see how my lower back is sinking. So immediately I can feel my spine there. You've got to lift the hips a little bit higher and breathe. In the same breath, you don't want to be doing a down dog and pushing your hips up too high. Body's got to be in a plank position. All right, breathe into it, and then knees down and have a break. And release. So that is the way that you don't do it. You don't want the spine to be curving. You want it to be as neutral as you can get it. All right, so you feel this area firing off. Grab a drink if you need one, because I need one. Okay. So those were your plank. You can do the plank any time of the day. It's a good one to do maybe when you've been outside walking, gardening, cycling, doing some physical activity, and you feel warm enough to do it. Yeah, give it a go. There is an advanced plank, but I will do that in the next video. I don't want to do that today. I want you to practice those 2 options. So I'm going to repeat both of them quickly while we're down here. So feel free to join in. Option 1. Knees on the floor. Body weight starts to shift forward. I can feel my abs starting to fire off there. There's a bit of shaking, and that's not a bad thing. Look forward, breathe. Stay here for about 8 seconds, 10 seconds, building up to about 15 seconds. Really depends on how you feel. And then when you're ready, release. So that is your first option, just to get some warmth going through the abdominal muscles. Option 2, you're going to walk forward. You're going to come down, bring the elbows in line with the shoulders, curl the toes under, look forward, lift up, hold, and breathe, and breathe. Body in a straight line, a little bit of shaking in those stomach muscles, and then soften the knees down, take your time, walk yourself back up, and release. Good work. Okay, so now we're going to do your basic tummy crunch. So we're going to gently bring ourselves round. Maybe just sit cross-legged for a few seconds. Just roll the shoulders out, loosen up the neck a little bit if you need to. Just consciously let go of any tension. We're just going to pop our comfy cushion to the side And we're going to take our book, and we're going to place it down where the cushion was. The reason I always have a block or a book is because sometimes we hyperextend in our necks when we lie back. So to get the neck more neutral, it's always good to have something you can just rest your head on, okay? And this is where you might need your towel to come in handy. So again, I'm going to be giving you options. Please listen for them. So get your space ready. Gently walk yourself down. Shuffle back. Okay. Rest your head on the book. So you can see the difference. So if I take the book away, have a look at my neck. Immediately, I'm looking almost that way. All right. It's not uncomfortable, but it's just nicer to have the book here. And now I've got more of a neck is in line with the rest of my spine. Have your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. All right. So take a few moments to get your body position right. The lower back should just be neutral or kind of sinking down into the floor underneath you. Okay. Contract your tummy muscles. We're going to do the basic crunch first. Place your hands, top of the thighs, chin drops down. Suck the navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Curl up. Inhale. Come all the way back. Exhale. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. And then slowly roll back. So we're not thrusting up. We're looking ahead of us. You can see my chin's on the chest. And you release back. This is just a nice one to start really getting some warmth in those tummy muscles. Let's repeat that. Reaching for the top of the knees. The hands are sliding up your thighs. Okay, let's do one more. And then you let it go. Relax, let it all go. A couple of deep breaths in and out. Okay, now, I know people often say, oh, my neck gets sore. So if that is happening, what you can do as an option is holding onto a towel. You can rest the back of the head in the towel. And you're going to hold on to the edge of the towel, all right? Please don't use your neck to come up. Still focus on using the core muscles. So the head really is just heavy here on the back of the towel. You're going to inhale, belly button in. Two more, please. Release. So that is the option with the towel, all right? So again, it's your choice. Use a towel if you feel you need to, if it supports your head. But remember, slow and controlled are key factors here, all right? We're going to repeat both of those exercises, so realign everything, please. Make sure the knees are in line with the hips, feet flat on the floor, lower back is sinking down, abdominals are sucking in, drawing everything nice and tight. Hands top of thigh, soften your shoulders, inhale. Release. We're going to go back to the option of using that rolled up towel. So we're going to place it behind, let the head rest in it. Relax your shoulders, please. Draw the navel in. Elbows bent. release. Place the towel to the side. Lovely. All right, shake everything out. Very gently and slowly, just roll to your side. Just come up to the elbow. Shake everything out a little bit here maybe. Take a few seconds, sit nice and tall. Have a little break. Shoulder roll out, loosen up the neck. So when you do abdominal work, you're looking at anything from doing maybe 2 sets of perhaps 8 to 10 repetitions. Have a rest in between of each set. So you do a set of 8 to 10, rest for a minute or so, and then do a second set of 8 to 10 reps. Over time, you start to build that up to a set of 10 to 12 reps with a rest in between of a minute, and then do another set of 10 to 12 reps. The key is slow, controlled movements, no kind of thrusting up and really going, and it's not a fast movement. Remember, you're working this square area of the abdominal area. So just think of nice, slow, controlled movements. So we're going to actually bring the chair into the floor now for the next one. And then when I do the next video on this, the follow-up video to floor-based stuff, we'll make these a little bit harder. But for this one, you can just gently bring your chair in. So just nice and easy. Place your pillow, comfortable pillow, on there. This is just a little bit of an extra option you've got if you're feeling strong enough to do it. So find your nice comfortable position again. Always get your setup correct. So lower back is flat, and then you simply rest your legs on the chair. So you've got slightly more of an angle now to work with. Draw the rib cage in. Reaching for the knees, sliding those hands up your thighs, and then release. And again, your option here is to use your towel to support your head and neck, elbows, right angles, navel in. The chin is always resting on the chest. So imagine you had a tennis ball between the chin and the top of the chest. And you just gently lift up and then go all the way back. And then just release. So having the feet elevated slightly just gives you a different angle. But if that feels really not for you at the moment, then stick to having the feet on the floor like this, like we did in the beginning, and just build up to having the feet elevated on a chair, all right? So again, it's not compulsory to do it with the feet elevated. It's an option that you can do if you like. So from here, we've done quite a lot of strength work now for the abdominal area. And remember, you can repeat these as often as you like, maybe sort of 3 to 4 times a week in between doing other workouts. From here, let's just do a little bit of a stretch up now. So reach the arms over the head, arch up, give yourself a nice long stretch, and then gently bring the arms back over, roll it up, and then just roll to your side. Come up very carefully, come up onto the elbow, shuffle back, and then just sit for a few seconds. It's always important just to take a few moments to let the blood go back down to the lower limbs kind of thing. So just do a quick scan. Remember, have the chair close by if you need any support in getting back up to standing. A couple of deep breaths in and out here. Lengthen up through the tailbone. Just take one arm, cross it to the other. Take the arm behind you. Do a little gentle spine twist. And then slowly come back to center. Repeat on the other side, please. Take the arm to the side, lift, look over the shoulder. Again, don't force the movement, just be gentle. And release. Remember, if sitting like this is uncomfortable, you can also extend your legs out, wriggle the toes, and you can simply do them with the legs extended, making sure that you do both sides, lifting up and then release. Shoulder roll out, loosen up the head a little bit, look side to side. Just take a couple of gentle breaths in here. Good, lovely. Okay, sit cross-legged or with the legs extended again. Lift up out of the waist. Inhale the arms up, and we're just going to gently lean forward. Drop your head and just gently rock side to side. Loosening up a little bit. Shake out the head, loosen up the neck. Walk your hands back in. We're going to repeat that with the legs extended as an option. Bend your knees if you need to. Lift up. Lean forward. And then just gently rock. Side to side, loosening up. Deep breaths in and out. And then gently lift up and release. Good. Lovely work, everyone. So we covered in this session your cat-cow stretch, which we did in the beginning, and that's just to mobilize and warm the spine up. We then did reciprocal reach, and you had the option of just starting off by doing the arm movement and then doing the leg movement independently. So that's fine to start off with, and then we progressed on to doing opposite arm and opposite leg. Remember, the aim with that is to keep the hips in line, yeah? So that was the next one we did, and then we moved on to lying on our backs. And we had the book as a support for the neck and the head. And remember your towel as well, having it close by so you don't have to keep getting up and down and sort of making you don't want to make yourself dizzy essentially. And sometimes getting up too quickly, down too quickly can make you feel a bit lightheaded. So make sure you've got everything to hand when you before you start the workout. Cushion as well, close by. Just for any wrist injury to have that as well. And remember, slow and controlled are key to working the abdominal area. So always, watch this a few times if you need to as well. It's always good just to kind of get the movements into the mind and then practice them in your own space and time. And that is essentially my first floor-based core workout to strengthen tummy muscles. So remember, you can do this as often as you like. I would also say, remember, with any sort of abdominal work, lower back work, or add in some cardio somewhere. So cardiovascular is what burns off your calories, what keeps the weight in check, etc. So whether it's a fast walk or a brisk walk or a cycle outdoors, or I don't know, maybe you are doing some online classes, maybe do Zumba, maybe finish that off with some of the floor work if you can as well when the body's warmed up and ready to do some work. So that would be my recommendation. But I will do a follow-up video to this one with a more advanced plank and some more advanced core exercises, but that was just to start getting you going. So I hope that was useful. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for engaging and for the comments and the feedback on the videos. Remember, if you are keen on learning more about anything else, or there's any other specific areas of the body or exercises that you want to work on, please do let me know in the comment section below. And please continue to like and share the videos. Thank you for supporting the charity during this time. Hopefully we'll be back at the club soon. But until then, I will keep doing the videos and keep you updated on anything. So have a lovely week, everyone. I'm going to crawl into the camera now almost, I think. Take care. Look after yourselves. I think the shops are reopening tomorrow, retail shops. That'll be interesting. But anyway, I will keep you updated and I will see you all very soon. So keep safe, stay well, and have a lovely Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.